to the Memoir Network's Better Memoir Writing Masterclass. For those of you who do not know me, I am Denis Ledoux, writer, teacher, and founder of the Memoir Network. I'm so pleased to have you join me today for this masterclass. This masterclass is brought to you by the Memorable Story, Write Your First Memoir Draft program. The Memorable Story is our premier long-distance writing program. Its curriculum will lead you step by step to write a better memoir and to transform a struggling manuscript into an interesting and meaningful story. To learn more about the Memorable Story, click on the link in the description after this video. Now let's begin the masterclass. From my own memoir writing experience and from witnessing memoir writers I have coached and taught and edited, I have found it useful to work with a subcategory of fear as a writing block. This subcategory is, of course, fear of insignificance. Many of us have been silenced by the fear of insignificance. I have myself, and I am fairly sure you have also been on occasion. If you are writing only for family and friends, you need not fret about your story being insignificant. Your audience will appreciate your memoir. Every family does. However, if you are writing for a larger audience, fear of insignificance can paralyze you. There is a difference between fear of insignificance on the one hand and fear of mediocrity on the other. They aren't the same. Fear of insignificance is a close friend of fear of mediocrity, with which it is sometimes confused, but clearly the two are different. Fear of mediocrity is about the writing itself, about your style, about the vocabulary you have used, about the organization you have given to your story. The writer who is caught in fear of mediocrity is afraid of not being a good writer. Perhaps he or she is a hack, or at the very least a keyboarder, rather than a real writer. Fear of insignificance, on the other hand, is quite different. It's about the content of the writing. When a writer is afraid of insignificance, the writer is afraid of having nothing to say in her memoir, or at least of having nothing significant to say, nothing of value. This writer is afraid ultimately of being insignificant, not as a writer, but as a person. A person who lives and thinks and feels as a shallow level. Insignificance as a person makes insignificance as a mediocre writer pale. While I believe strongly that we all have a story that is worth telling and writing, and that we can all learn to write more meaningfully, we are not all able right off to write a story that will captivate another person, a reader. So the fear of insignificance is realistically based in the possibility of an insignificant vision, the sort of thinking that only an insignificant person can have. There is a solution. To cut to the chase, I would say a writer's solution to a fear of insignificance lies in going beyond the mechanics of writing, not focusing on writing better prose, which is what somebody who's afraid of mediocrity does. Rather, to combat the fear of insignificance, a writer must focus on theme. Sometimes a writer begins writing with theme in mind, and sometimes it takes a whole lot of writing to arrive at one's theme. Whatever your access, theme is at the base of writing a significant memoir. And to go a step further, your hero's journey is at the base of understanding your theme. The concept of the hero's journey comes to us from Greek mythology, and it involves slayings of minotaurs and severing Medusa's head. In modern psychology, the hero's journey is less bloody, fortunately, as it involves doing difficult tasks with success. Although what success is can be open to interpretation from one person to another. Perhaps by taking care of an autistic child, you learned about love. Or by caring for a dying parent, you reevaluated what was important in your life. These commitments led to your life's theme and ultimately to your memoir's theme. It is possible, of course, to find a significant theme, but when expressed, it easily slips into an insignificant expression, a cliche. For instance, you might say, life is tough. Work hard if you want to win. Love conquers all. These are certainly cliches. But as I have noted earlier, the same thoughts that can become cliches can also become a sublime insight in your writing. You can lift your theme from a tired iteration of a pithy saying to a deep insight by exploring your experience, your feelings, and your actions with fearless honesty. Ultimately, I would say, for myself at least, that all theme worth writing about can only be found in relation to your hero's journey. Now, how do you find the hero's journey? Well, there are many ways, but one has to do with those tasks in life which you simply had to undertake, want to or not want to, and which, once you had done them, they gave you a sense of the rightness of your undertaking. Often, you undertook the hero's journey with reluctance and dread, but you sensed it was the right thing to do. And as a result, you did it. Now, I have other videos specifically about the hero's journey, and if you are interested in knowing more about the topic, you can check out both my videos and my writing at thememoirnetwork.com and check out the many other writings that have been produced about the subject. Once a writer connects with his or her hero's journey, the story becomes much bigger. Your memoir becomes a universal story that can inspire readers. The desire to undertake your own individual hero's journey successfully is perhaps what unites us all. Writing a well-articulated hero's journey in psychological terms can be exciting, no matter how small the exterior actions prove to be. This sort of writing, especially in the memoir, can more easily capture the reader's attention and circumvent the real possibilities of insignificance. In conclusion, I would like to wish you successful writing today. Whatever you do, write a bit on your memoir. And if you would like to have an upgrade in working out the significance of your memoir, please go to thememoirnetwork.com and look up our coaching program. We certainly can help you. Thanks a lot and good luck.